following military installations are no longer functional. Barstow, Fort Drum, Fort Mason, McClellan, Nellis, Norfolk, New London, and Wright-Patterson. These bases are confirmed.
Jesus.
With predicted casualties of 90 to 100.
There are easier ways to give up smoking, I'm told. I came here to ask for your help. We have several situations that require a senior agent, but with De Silva already in the field and me tied to a desk and Nils... Well, you're the only one I can trust with this. Just go to Ops and access the map.
Do I have a choice?
Not really.
Glad to help out.
Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to... We already looked at these, didn't we? No, we did. Let's play Bureau XCOM Declassified. Where we're going to go off and do probably some various operations.
Yes, I know, but yes, I'm very sure that... Look, I'll send the next available agent. That's all I can offer.
Uh-oh. And we're going to explore this little area for a bit. I assume we'll get a few random operations and missions and various things. Still getting annoyed by the autosave function. So it saves before that bit of dialogue, which you get as soon as you finish the mission. Like, why? Why not autosave after it? I really don't like the autosave in this game.
I could really use your help. Have a moment?
Yep.
What can I do for you?
You can get the boys in the lab off my back, for one. I've got operations to route, and they think I'm their personal secretary.
What do they want?
What are they complaining about now?
They want me to schedule a senior agent for advanced tactical training.
Ooh.
Lucky for you, you got a senior agent right here.
Yeah, but I don't want them assuming I'm the one to call for your social calendar.
Any hotspots?
Where's the worst of it?
We're hearing activity across the country. Any place where there are people to report. But the report per capita has been spiking in New Mexico.
Have we sent anyone to examine it?
De Silva took a team, but he hasn't reported back yet.
Well, how's the team?
How are you holding up?
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, sir. As always.
And the rest of the operators?
Wouldn't know. We haven't had time to talk for the last 36 hours.
I'll let you get back.
That's all for now.
Thank you, sir. And keep up the good work. There are a lot of people out there who need you.
I will.
You know why Bandicam is annoying? Is because now I'm filled with anxiety that this is not actually recording me.
That we have to use the aliens' technology against them.
I heard the same speech you did.
So then, where'd that thing in the hangar come from? Is it one of ours or one of theirs?
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that question.
Attention all personnel. Outsider interference continues to scramble long-range communication efforts. Field teams report rumors of panic and rioting in major cities. A report.
And really, I don't need more things to make me anxious. Got enough of them just not doing anything. I'm just slightly panicky. Thank you, Bandicam. Oh, and when I contacted them about it, they were like, you've got to figure out the problems yourself if it decides to randomly change your settings. It's like, okay. This is the prototype I mentioned. Huh. Huh. So I'm really wondering about maybe going back, like Fraps. I actually tried Fraps. Fraps is a little temperamental, just with frame rates. It kind of, like most games I'm playing with, I use Bandicam for. They're like 30 to 60. I don't think anything's lower than that. I think I opened up Unity and it was about 20 with Fraps, which is really, ugh. Don't want that low. I don't want that. I've been spoiled. I've been spoiled by Bandicam on this, so it's whether I buy something with want a kind of a better kind of thing, and one that doesn't mess around with the settings like Bandicam does at random. I say seemingly random. It's a computer program. There must be reasoning behind it, but I don't know what the reasoning is.
Doctor. Hold the patient down, damn it.
Anesthetic is having no effect, Doctor. Tightening restraints.
You pathetic creatures. Children with sharp sticks, pretending to be doctors and warriors and priests. Base of neck shows signs of previous surgery. Long healed over. Performing first incision to examine. But the moment you find anything worth knowing, worth believing, you just cut it open to see how it works.
Gag applied, Doctor.
Thank you, Kelly. I'm finding some sort of glass threads running along the subject's spine. Exploring.
don't like this.
Seems to lead to some sort of metal bead. Cutting threads and extracting for study.
Yeah, you're killing it.
I'll send this to the lab for analysis.
Subject now appears to be unconscious. Not a response to the anesthetic. Seems like he just went to sleep.
Temperature is up. Heartbeat is up. Respiration is up. Everything's within safe parameters, but...
Bring him around. We need to see the results. Showing him up.
Removing gag. Administering stimulants.
What's happening? Who are you people? Where am I? We'll be asking the questions. Get him to recovery.
I'm not sure who's meant to be less ethical. The kind of outsider people who have basically programmed him and sent him after us, or us for basically operating on him while he was completely compass mentee. Security screening questions, Wednesday, the 14th of November, 1962. To all security agents, today's security question for infiltrator screenings and suspicious response guidelines: what noise does a dog make? Interrogations reveal that outsiders do not appear to have dogs in their homeworld, and as such will not respond with the obvious woof or bark or even bow wow. The closest thing they have appears to be sort of mechanically augmented personal pack animal of similar shape and size. Be warned, at least one infiltrator field has been uncovered attempting to pass by using the sound of these creatures. Goff goff. Remember, your vigilance means the safety of the base and our entire species. When in doubt, take no chances. Director Falk. Now. Analyst Crute.
Looks like you've had a rough time out there, Carter. Anything I can do to help?
Information.
Tell me you got some answers, Crud.
I've got a lot of questions, a few theories, but no answers, Carter.
You're useless. What are your theories?
Anything might help. Why do you think they're attacking?
We're hoping the captive infiltrator can shed some more light on that. But right now, we know 2 key points. They were studying us before they attacked, so they knew they wanted something specific from us. Food, fuel, slaves, something.
And the other point?
They're building structures here, so it doesn't look like they'll be leaving once they get whatever it is they want.
And what if what they want is the whole planet?
Then at least we know they won't destroy the Earth if we fail, right?
As you're from America, which is probably a fairly well-known colony, and all the various issues attached to that, where random invaders, decided to come over and just take over the land. I mean, that's not. Oh, that's all right. I mean, if we fail, just we'll just be colonized. Ooh, it's not that bad. Isn't he meant to be an expert in this kind of thing? Any info about the outsiders?
Figured out anything about what the outsiders are planning?
This is no interplanetary raid by Vikings from Mars. They're building permanent structures. Whatever their reason for attacking, they intend to stay.
They're doing that with those seeds of theirs?
Like Vikings.
Right you are. And those things can grow too. We've got reports of towers 10, 20 stories high.
And the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Sure, but only if we can find a way to knock them down.
Admittedly, having said that, I think Viking is basically... isn't that basically Raider in a Scandinavian language? But yeah, in the UK, they did build major structures. I mean, okay, maybe he actually means Vikings from Mars, because Vikings that weren't from Mars came to the UK and then stayed for a bit. So, this is meant to be his area of flipping expertise. What about the Sleepwalkers?
What do we know about the Sleepwalkers?
According to the doctors, they're in some sort of coma, except they're walking around, and they've got no idea about the stuff around their eyes.
What about this infiltrator?
How is our infiltrator doing?
He was screaming bloody murder at first, but then the doctors took something out of his head. Now he's calm as a pussycat.
I thought they only did that in asylums.
No, they removed some sort of device that was controlling him. Or maybe not controlling him, but sort of like a listening device.
You do realise that pussycats sometimes just bite you and scratch you and everything. I mean, calm as a pussycat. Ugh. Okay, that one's more of a kind of cliche kind of saying. But the Vikings is meant to be his area of expertise, isn't it? I've already said that. I'll leave you to
If
it.
you get any insights, let us know.
Will do, Carter.
We'll be waiting until after the end of the game. Greetings. Keep a well-stocked roster. You can lose the game if all of your agents die. Alright, hello.
The report from Georgia was pretty grim. At least you were able to bring back a few survivors.
We rescued who we could.
It's bad out there. We rescued who we could, but it was too late for most of them.
You mean those sleepwalkers? The labs don't have a clue about how that started, or how to fix them.
So frustrating.
At least with outsiders, you can shoot them or go down fighting. What are we supposed to do against this sickness?
Might not be anything we can do. At least not until the doctors make sense of it.
How can you be so calm when there's nothing you can do?
There's plenty to keep me busy. I'm after a high-profile target of my own.
What's your target?
Any intel on the outsider commander? Somebody's got to be leading this invasion, right?
You mean Axis? Yes and no. But let's just keep that between you and me. It's complicated.
Well, that's cryptic.
Anyone could be listening in. And I've been tracking this case for too long to risk losing it now.
What do you think about his Falk's paranoia?
Is Falk getting too paranoid?
Well now, that depends.
Depends on what?
Whether or not Falk's listening right now.
Are you worried about the infiltrators?
We've already had one infiltrator. Think we've got more?
Heinrich says they're working on a test, but we've already got the monster that tried to blow us up. I say we just pry the information out of his head.
That might be why you're not allowed to interrogate him.
You didn't know his victims like we did. Knowing he was walking around the base, watching us for who knows how long, you'd want him dead too.
That's it.
I'm going to get some answers.
Good luck.
Right. Mission select. Select a mission from a list of XCOM priorities, view intel from across the country, or send agents on dispatch assignments. I pressed back. Oops. Agent. Maybe I should recruit some extra guys. Just to have some backup. Okay. Adrenal conditioning, endurance training, combat training. Okay, so you get to do different things. We got a commander, let's make him from Korea. I don't know why, just because we can. Does that have any effect on him? No, we'll leave him as he is, I think. We'll just leave his head as it is. Randomize. Xi O'Malley, that doesn't look like Xi. Chad Lewis. No. Yeah, alright, we'll just grab another guy. For when everyone dies. Mission selection. Random red dots. What do the red dots do? Nothing. Operation Grifter. News from the news from the front. We are receiving reports of devastating earthquakes from the San Francisco area. Damage to infrastructure and resulting fires in the major naval port has cost 82 lives and damaged one of our battleships, the USS North Carolina. Our analysts theorize the seismic activity may be the result of more outsider terraforming along the San Andreas fault line. Actually, can I just go right and left? Alright, next report. New York. Major communication lines have been cut off with New York City, but recon patrols and operatives provide multiple conflicting reports. State of emergency in the city appears to have shut down the docks and many major roadways, with sleeper agents in position to starve the city as infection spreads. Operatives in the city are calling on national security preparedness to prevent rioting. Miami, Florida. Much of the population fears the communication outage is evidence of an impending communist attack, no more than the residents of Miami, who have long suspected that communist Cuba is allying with the USSR. Several independent reports suggest combat on the air and ground on the distant island. Operatives have evacuated many residents to fallout shelters under the pretense of a nuclear threat from Cuba. And we've got some mission. Minor operation. So, Operation Grifter or Guardian. Indiana or Montana. Recover artifact. A train carrying a highly classified alien artifact is derailed. Outsider involvement is assumed. Recover the artifact. Prevent the missile launch. The outsiders have taken control of a hidden military missile factory. XCOM intel indicates they plan to launch our weapons against us. Even if they don't, it might make people think that we're going after them. Looking at you, Ruskies. So I should probably do that one first. Do I want to... If we're going inside, it might be worth switching out people. So we'll remove you. And where's our... We'll put you in, good sir. Add you to the squad. Just so it gives people a bit more of a chance of leveling up. It might be that having two people who are close range might not be so bad in an office space. Especially with me having my equipment. I'm not having a scatter laser, thank you very much. Hoping for a laser sniper rifle. That almost certainly won't happen, but you know, a man can hope. Yeah, a riffle and a snipper riffle. No, I don't know what I'm talking about either. Back and close and I don't know. Oh, he's got the combat stims, hasn't he? Actually, can I give these guys the better backpack? Oh, hang on. So I give them these, and they don't change the way they look. I get it, and it changes my no, me. It changes out my costume and it. I don't want a sweater. At least if I'm wearing one, I want it to be decent. I want decent cut. Let's go with all red. All red. Oh, wait, what on earth are the straps? Yeah. Oh, right. This is